How we doing, guys? My name is Will, and today we're going to be playing another Brick in the Mall. It's a really fancy mall simulator game that just came out today on Steam. I highly recommend it. If you like what you see, I'll put the link down in the description. Go ahead and pick it up. Been playing for about 6 hours now, so I know a little bit about the game. We're going to leave all the settings default there, and we're going to start up a new map. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to build a foundation for our new store that we're going to build here. I think we're going to build out in the middle a little bit here. So let's extend the road first before we do any building. Alright, we're going to select road there. We're just going to build this out a little bit. Our little builder guy here is going to start putting that road down for us. We're going to speed that up really quick just like that. And actually, we're going to go into the Manage tab here. We're just going to hire a couple more builders. So this is the builder menu. We're going to go down here, and these are all of their statistics here. So we can see that Ellen here is a decent builder. These guys look like they're both pretty crappy. So we're going to grab him. We can set what time he's going to start. So what time is it now? 9 o'clock now. We're going to put him in at 8 o'clock. And looks like there we are now. Alrighty, we're going to let them get that road done there. We're going to do a little planning with here now. Alright, so we're going to go back into the foundation menu. I want to make this first building a little bit bigger than what the tutorial suggests, because I found that playing on with that same tutorial building, you essentially have to bulldoze the entire building and redo it. So we're just going to wait for them to pound out this building really quick. And this is just going to be our regular general store. And let's see, so we just got a regular research tree here. The first thing we really want to go for is the cold chain. That gives us a lot of different unlocks that are going to be really high in demand. The first thing that it wants is a fast food restaurant, but that's going to take us a little bit to get to. So we're going to let that chug along, let them build our building here. We got our third builder coming in there. And I think we're actually going to pick up one more builder. And these guys are all terrible. That's okay. Going to pick him in. We're going to start him at noon. So he will come to work in 18 hours. So he'll come in tomorrow. We got this little graph here which shows us how many workers we're going to have at specific times. So we have 3 workers around noon. And then about midnight or so, we're going to be down to only 1 worker all the way through the night. Alright. As soon as they get done with this here, actually what we can do now is we'll start planning out the inside here a little bit. So we're going to go into our little drop down menu here. Going to click our wall. We're going to make a storage area. So I'm actually going to put the storage area, let's put it at the back here. It doesn't have to be that large. I'm going to do that like that. We're going to go to objects here. We're going to find a staff only door. Plop that in right there. And we're actually going to put another one right over here. I like doing the double staff doors, that way we're not carrying freight through the actual store here. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a road up to the side here. What am I doing? Manage. Road work. Then we're going to grab another little road, put him up the side there. And then what we can do is we can put staff only parking over here, garbage pickup, and the loading zones here. Loading zones are important because that's where your trucks are going to park to drop off your freight for you to stock your store. And how much freight you have in your store is directly related to how many loading zones you have. So if you find out in the later game that your freight isn't enough to keep up with your demand of the store, even though you have enough stockers, you need more loading zones. Every loading zone is going to have 2 trucks on it. Alright. And we're going to pop down some loading zones there. And we'll throw a garbage pickup here too as soon as they're done putting this down. One thing that you'll notice is that this game does not have a priority system yet. That's one thing that I would really like implemented. So I obviously would have liked them to finish the actual store here first before they started working on this road, but maybe sometime in the future. This game still is in early alpha. Alright, so our storage area is done here, so we can assign this area storage for now. And then they're going to be chugging along here. As you can see, we're starting to dwindle our cash quite a bit. We're already down 50 grand. But I will say this initial investment with making this store a little bit bigger is going to help out quite a bit. Alright, so we're going to go back into objects. First thing that we're going to need is our checkout counters. And you're going to want to put your checkout counters somewhere by the door. So we actually haven't put down a door yet. So I think we're going to put a door like right here. So let's plop that. Let's put that in first. We're going to go for the double door. It's a little bit more expensive. Let's see if it'll let me put it in sideways. There we go. Pop it right there. Checkout counter. And this is going to seem excessive, but we're going to go for 1, 2. We're going to put a third one here. And a fourth one here as soon as they're done putting the floor in. Alrighty, pop that down there. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need is some regular food shelves. Actually, we'll start at the top here, so we'll do the back wall, just regular food shelves. And we'll leave a gap there for a little walkway. And then we're going to put in some regular shelves. And I don't believe that we can actually put anything in the fridges yet. No, we can put soda and bottled water. But we're going to put some of these in just for now, just so we don't have to go back and do it later. So now what you want to watch out for is that you don't put anything, for example, right there. Because this is where the queue is going to be for this guy right here. So if you put that there, only 2, 3 people are going to be able to get in line, and they're going to be very angry. Alright, as soon as they're done with this wall here. Actually, it looked like the wall kind of bugged out a little bit. Let's finish putting the wall in here for them. Alright, so now we can assign the rest of this as a store. Oh, and it's going to delete my storage, but that's okay. Just plop that back just like that. So now it's going to be our store in here. We can name our store by clicking on this. So we'll just name this our general store. And we're just going to have groceries and other little convenience items in here. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is hire some staff. So we're going to grab 2 stock clerks. And it looks like these 2 guys here are going to be our best options. And we're going to schedule them at off hours. So we want 1 stocker during the day here. So you can see he starts at 7 or 8 there. And the other thing we want to do is make sure we're opening at a decent hour. So 9's a little late. I usually like to do 8 and then like 20 is about what I like to do. So we're going to start him just a little bit before we open. And then he's actually going to go a little bit after we close. That way, just so whatever he doesn't get done after close, when he finishes stock in the store and he goes home for the night, he can then pick up and get it restocked before the store opens again. Alrighty, so let's speed that up again really quick. Next we're going to do is hire a cashier. Or a few, rather. So we'll hire them. And Martha here. And we're going to do the same thing with these guys a little bit before we open. And right up until we close. And there they are, ready to work. Alright, next thing we need to do is get something on the shelves. So the way you do this, you just right click on these and it's going to bring up this little menu and it'll tell you exactly what you can stock on these shelves. I can put beverages here or any of this food. For these ones, they're going to be non-food items, so you can do health and beauty, household, tools, and toys. And then refrigerators, obviously just stuff you can keep in the refrigerator. So for now, we're going to start off with, we'll do some beverages. So we'll do a couple sodas, a couple waters, and a couple juices. And you'll notice trucks will start showing up here in just a second. Maybe, if they don't make me a liar. And they're going to start filling up this stock. Oh, you have to assign the storage room first. There the trucks come. Alright, they're going to start loading them, and then our stock boy is going to start putting the product on the shelf there for us. Alright, continuing on. What are we going to get here? We're going to get some, gotta have some candy. We'll do, oh, come on, canned food. And we'll do some bread and some snacks. probably actually use some more of the food shelves. We'll put more food shelves down here in just a second. Alright, why are we so dark here? Go to, oh, it's nighttime. That's why we're so dark. Duh. Alright, so we'll go to, we need some diapers. We'll do some toilet paper and some feminine products. Alright, next we can do some cookware, some dishes, some toys. We'll do 2 things of toys. Light bulbs, bed sheets, I guess, and we'll do another cookware. Alright, and then our cold products, so we can do soda, bottled water, and juices. And I'm actually going to leave these blank for now, just because once our research is done, we're going to be able to put a bunch more stuff like milk and dairy product can go in those as well. Alright, and we are officially open for business. We need to make some parking. So I assume that's what this is saying. This is saying that we have 307 people that want to shop, but because our employees are taking up the only 4 parking spots, they're not going to shop here. So we're going to build a little bit of parking. Let's slow that down so we're not wasting more time. We're going to go build road work, and we're going to want 2 spaces over. Oops, not there. 1, 2, up. 1, 2. That's fine, I'll leave that there. Alright, and you do have to be a little bit careful with your planning because you cannot rotate items, which is a little bit of a hassle at this point. So make sure, you know, you can put stuff on the back wall here, but you can't put stuff on the front wall because they won't be able to get to it. So just keep that in mind as you're placing stuff. That's why I put this here instead of here. Alright, let's fast forward this, see if we can get some parking spots in here. We'll put some customer parking there for now. See if we can get some customers in here and make some of this money back that we are currently hemorrhaging. Our stocker boys are refilling our stock on our shelves here, getting those all good and ready to open. We got our clerk ready to make some sales, so we just need some customers. And we've made some 100 total sales, which we have not done. So I don't know why it's giving us money. Finance, research, needs. Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. So there's a money reward system. If we sell 10 different types of products, we'll get 10 grand. Just like it sounds. Fairly easy to get. You don't really have to work towards them. Once you get an established store up and running, money isn't really going to be that big of an issue. Got a couple more spaces. Keep our builders working now that we're getting some customer action in here. And I don't have an employee working currently. Why is there no employee working? So we're going to go in here and manage. See, we'll come to work in 18 hours. We'll come to work in 14 hours. So he decided not to come to work today, apparently. So we're going to hire another cashier. Always good to have a backup plan. Start them there, and hire a 4th cashier, and we'll start them late. So at a peak hour, we'll have up to 4 cashiers taking all of our registers up. Alright, fast forward. So we're not going to have anything today. These guys are literally just going to steal from us because there's no cashiers here. So as you notice, they're just literally taking stuff right out the front door because somebody didn't decide to show up for work. So that's something you need to look out for. Alright, store is closed for the night. Builders are hard at work putting up some parking lot. And we're going to add some more shelves with anticipation of that being completed. Alright, so we're going to go back into objects, and we're going to add some more food shelves. Oops. Nope, right there please, thank you. Alright, like I said, you can't put anything there because that shelf is facing the wall. They will not be able to shop from that. Alrighty. So, like I said, no priority system, so they're going to be building our road instead of putting these in, which is fine because our store's closed. It's 3 a.m. currently. So we only got one builder on duty right now. Let's get one more builder. Alright, so we're going to hire one more builder. Looks like we're decent, got good speed, sociability. We'll hire her. And while we're in here, we're also going to hire a janitor just to do some cleaning up. And we're going to make her start overnight so she cleans after hours. So we'll start her at 20. And then she'll clean until 6 a.m. So, as you can see, there's nothing for her to do, so she's just going to play on her phone there. We got 2 cashiers here now. Made 12 bucks. Making some money, finally. This is going to be our total profit for today. When we open the menu, it does pause. So, as you can see, this is going to slowly tick down. And hopefully, looks like we made 50 bucks yesterday, so hopefully we're going to make a little bit of money today. And obviously your building costs do come directly out of your net profit. That's why my net profit is so low there. The goal is to just get an up and running shop profitable before you run out of your initial cash. And one of the biggest steps into doing that is we're going to be researching an electronics store. Right after we unlock our cold chain here, as soon as we unlock that electronics supplier, we're just going to be rolling in cash. Extremely profitable in the early game. Alright, throwing our shelves down finally, so we're going to throw some food on here. So we don't have any cereals yet, we're going to get a couple cereals in. We'll get some more cookies. Get some sauces and seasonings, we'll do 2 of those. Put that right next to the rice and pasta, that makes sense. And we'll throw some coffee and tea here, 2 of those. And we'll throw some pet food down here. What else? Throw some more bottled water. And we'll leave those empty for when our research here is done. Alright. So we're starting to get a little cramped in here. For this though, for our fresh fruit, vegetables, those are going to have to go on a table. So we can throw some tables here. We'll just put down 4 of them. And we're going to need a few more fridges. So we'll throw 2 fridges right there. For fresh meat, fresh fish, and then cold beverages. Alright, make sure that's speeding up again. Alright, we got a decent little parking lot. Let's see what's going on down here. So we got 10 grand for having 100 customers on site. Or did we get that yet? No, we did not. We have 15 customers on site. That's just letting us know that that is an objective that we're working on. Sell 20 different types of products. So when we sell 5 more products, we will get 10 grand though. Turn daily profit of over 100. We'll be getting that really soon. And make 100 total sales. We'll probably get that tomorrow as well. Looks like we're still having parking problems. 460 occurrences. Alrighty. Ooh, we completed cold chains. So we're going to skip alcohol right now. We're going to go straight to electronics. Electronics for me seem to be way more profitable than alcohol. Alright, so we're going to go to select. And we're going to throw some stuff in the fridge here. So we're going to go for some milk and dairy. That makes sense next to each other. Fresh meat, fresh fish, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and some fresh bread. We'll do 2 tables of fresh bread. Now these do expire quite quickly. So you can see at the bottom left here, it expires in 95 hours. And when it does expire, they will literally be thrown in the garbage. So if you're not selling through it, you do need to make sure to just remove one of the tables, because it is just lost money right there going straight into the garbage can. Alright, we're getting some decent lines here. If our lines do get too long, they will get really upset, so we need to make sure we have enough cashiers and enough registers to handle all them. Alright, nothing else to add just quite yet. We are getting an empty shelf, and he refilled it already. Awesome. See, we're getting some angry people now. They turn real bright red when they're angry. Satisfaction. 0. It's because our lines are too long, so we might have to hire another cashier for later in the day. And now when we close at 20, all these people are going to go away because we didn't get to service them. Yep, see? So we need to hire another cashier, so we go back into manage, general store. Hire a cashier later. So we'll move him to around 11. So now we're going to run into an issue though where we're actually going to have 5 cashiers and we only have 4 registers. So not a whole lot we can do about that without purchasing another register, which is not going to fit in here right now. So he'll be starting tomorrow. He'll start in 12 hours. If we click on the zone tab here, it'll tell us how profitable we are. So you can see we were already making a little bit of money here. We made $444 net profit yesterday. That's not too bad. And we're at running about a 60% profit margin. The more people you hire, the lower that profit margin is going to be, because it's directly your maintenance plus your salary divided by your gross. Alrighty, and we are going to wait till morning. Be opening in a couple hours here. We're doing well researching our electronics. We got 74 hours left on that. So here's this is the game yelling at us for having our queues too full. 13 occurrences. We lost 13 customers last night because we closed with the queues full. Alright, got a couple cashiers here right before open, and lights on. We're good to go. Customers are going to start pouring in again. Our builders aren't doing anything, so we're going to have them keep putting down parking lot for us. So road work, customer parking. This is kind of really annoying where it puts the parking spaces sideways. That bothers me a little bit. Hopefully we'll be able to do something about that in a future patch. Just something about my OCD that bothers me a little bit. It'll never go the other way without deleting those first. Alright, lines are filling up here. See, there's the garbage I was talking about. So some of our bread here expired, and we actually need a janitor to come in and pick that up and move that to the garbage area over here. And unfortunately our janitor doesn't come until 9, so we might have to hire. Let's go ahead and hire another day janitor. So we got a janitor here, good speed. And we're gonna have her start at, looks like 8 a.m. tomorrow. A little dirt on the floor, she'll grab that too tonight once she comes to work. There we go, so we only lost a couple today, we got that extra guy there. Looks like we've got a few more objectives, which gave us some free cash. Nothing wrong with that. Made $400 yesterday, looks about. Here's our janitor lady cleaning up for us. Took the garbage to the curb. Seems that the garbage does like to come around once a week, so if these are filling up, you will need a couple spots for those. Alrighty, we're going to start working on the next building here. See if we can get this one done. So we're going to go build. Add a foundation. We're going to go a little bit smaller with this one because we're going to build our electronics store in here. So it doesn't have to be too huge, just got to be a decent enough size to get a couple registers in there. Start building that. We'll throw our double door in here. And actually we'll put it on the side here this time. And for the electronics store, we're going to need tables. We're not just wasting money. Alright, let's throw in some checkouts here. start with 2 for now. And table, 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 table. Let's start with that for now. We need to have a little area for our freights, so we'll do like that. And you do got to make sure to throw a door in before they seal it like that, because they may or may not put the door in now. So you might have to delete a wall. So we're going to go for the staff door. And we'll put it here, and we'll put it on the outside as well. So we'll see if they put it in. Yep, okay, they will put it in. Alrighty. So now we're going to assign this as a store, which is going to give us the requirements for that. So we need a cashier, store clock, a stock clerk, and storage. So there's the storage. We can go to manage the store. Zone, assign storage, that one right there. Opening 8 to 20. And let's see. We'll hire a cashier. And we'll hire a stock clerk. Just gonna get him a little bit before open. Get him here at 7. And then you need to be here when we close. We're gonna hire one more just for security. And put her in the middle of the day. Alrighty, perfect. Coming along, 29 more hours, so one more day, and then we'll be able to open this store here. Alrighty, it looks like our electronics are finally done. So we are going to go in here, we're going to throw up some electronics here. So we got some laptops, throw them up. And some game consoles. Throw up a couple tables of those. Alright, we got some smartphones. We'll do 2 smartphones, 1 tablet. We'll do 2 MP3 players, 1 camera, and 3 TVs. Alright, once we start getting some of this stocked up here and making some money. Looks like we're already selling really well. Look at that. Here's what we've made so far today. So compared to the 300 we have been making, we've already eclipsed the 2,500 mark. Keep selling, and I'm getting robbed blind again. Why did we not show up for work? Who didn't show up for work? 15, 17, 14. What are you doing? Why did you not come to work? Alright, we're going to hire 1 additional cashier. I should just fire her for not showing up on the grand opening. Alright, let's go. Okay, we'll do it like that. Alright, there she is. She showed up. We just lost our butt. Oh, she showed up with 5 minutes until we closed. Fantastic. Thank you for that. Alrighty, looks like I'm going to end it there then. So once again, this is another brick in the mall. It's available on Steam right now. I believe it is $12.99 USD, so go ahead and pick it up if you like what you're seeing. This is going to be my first video in this series. I'm going to continue on with this series, I think. If you want to watch it, want to hang around, go ahead and give me a subscribe there. Thumbs up it if you want. I'm also live streaming on Twitch. I'll leave my Twitch link down in the description there as well. If you want to give me a follow on there, chat with me live, that's cool too. If not, that's alright too. Just show up every week. Works for me as well. Alrighty guys, I will see you tomorrow. Looking forward to uploading another video of another brick in the mall. Adios.